All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got some very disturbing news, and that is that this guy, James Andrew McGann, uh, was a teacher. He was a teacher. This is you might have to track it. How long was he a teacher? And you're gonna have to probably dice his whole life. All right, let's read and see what this says. Springdale Public School can confirm that Andrew McCann was a teacher candidate hired for an upcoming school year who was not yet begun employment with the district. The individual was not at any time come into contact with Springdale students or the families. At this time, we cannot offer any additional information due to the ongoing investigation. Information will be forthcoming. All right, so this guy was hired. Well, now I'm going to let you folks know this morning another murder case involving uh, uh, young parents. I think 4 or 5 people were found dead, and I know this much. They're asking, or TBI. I think that's Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. So they found some bodies in Tennessee, and they found a young baby that was abandoned on the side of the road in front of someone's house in a car seat. So they need to go through this dude and see if he was on a killing spree right before he started his new job as a teacher with children. Make sure he wasn't he went on a one last hahoo and wasn't a killer. And these people are telling you, well, it's highly unlikely it's in Tennessee. He was in Arkansas when that happened. Yeah, but what ain't like Tennessee the next state over, which would be nothing to. And he ain't even from Arkansas. He's from somewhere else, I thought. And the people that he killed, this guy James McGann, they weren't even from Arkansas. They moved there. So the story's getting confusing now. Either the people that were murdered moved there to start a new job and become a teacher, or this guy that did the murders to these people was a teacher. One of the two. But we can't figure out which one yet. But in this article, it's saying this guy that they picked up was a teacher. And that's very disturbing. Uh, Very disturbing. And we also have some new photos of this guy uh, in, if I can find it.
He's taught math and science.
There he is. There he is. That looks like he's still got the barber thing around his around on the front of his body. You know, when you go to get a haircut, they wrap that thing around your neck or whatever. That might be it. So what photo did they use? Did the guy already get the haircut? I don't even know. That dude looks like a shapeshifter. Complete shapeshifter. Look at his nose. Looks normal now. right? He's looking right into the camera compared to the thumbnail to this video. His nose even looks different, right? You can't really see into his nose. Yeah, shapeshifter. Is that what he looked like after the haircut or before the haircut? Is my question. Now, either that's a suicide vest he's wearing, which I don't think it is. I think it's a barber's thing. That must be him. If it's him, we might be dealing with shapeshifters there. And I would check and see if this guy was in Tennessee and killed that young family. They just found 4 people. They found the parents of the baby, and they found the mother of one of the parents dead. 3 adults dead, but the baby was left on the side of the road in a child's kid chair. So they better really go through this dude and make sure he didn't go on a massive killing spree before he started his new teaching job to be around children. Are you kidding me? Well, that's why we're trying to protect our children in schools. But little did we know the madmen are right in there with them. Very disturbing for what I'm seeing in this country, and we're going to smack them in the face when they tell us it's the greatest country. Yeah. When we have shit like when we don't have mad killers teaching our children. This guy was a teacher. A teacher. A teacher of what? Madness and death, probably. Very disturbing. Very disturbing. All right, like I said, I just watched a video. Let me see if I can find it. They're looking for a murderer. They found 3
News Channel 3 at 5.
We're going to show it to you right here.
First at 5 on your news leader, new details on the 4 people who were found dead after a baby girl abandoned at a house in Dyer County. Tonight we learned those victims are all related to the little girl.
Looks like his effing brother or something.
Her father, Matthew Wilson, Courtney Rose, the child's grandmother, and her uncle, 15-year-old Braden Williams. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. After the child was discovered, law enforcement identified them early in their investigation as wanting to speak to them, but the 4 were discovered hours later, about 40 minutes away in Lake County. We have Team 3 coverage of this story tonight. Our Mike Suriani is in Lake County where the bodies were found. But we begin with our Shay Arthur live in Dyer County tonight where that little girl was.
Lake County, Tennessee. Very disturbing. I'm tired of listening to these idiots that got millions of dollars. It's the great. Sure it is. Sure it is. Sure it is. For madmen and killers, it might be the greatest country. But not in this boat. Not in this. Not here. Ain't happening, Jack. This ain't happening. Now remember, these murders might be a diversion to what these idiots are really doing. And that's conquering a country. That's what they're doing. All right, let's continue. I'm sorry, but this is madness.
Initially dropped off in Dyersburg. Shay, you've done a lot of digging into this case today. What have you learned about it?
Stephanie, Greg, really such a tragic case, leaving so many people heartbroken here tonight. Everyone I've talked to, they are shocked. They're stunned. They're left with so many questions. How did a baby end up here, abandoned in a car seat at a home? Essentially, look around me here in the middle of farmland. And how did her family end up dead miles away in another county?
Tonight, there's a community trying to piece together tragedy. A little girl now left without a mother.
I'm sorry to say, if I was to see this guy, I'd say, is he related to the kid? Somewhat, yeah, he looks somewhat like him. Got the curly front hair, the reddish brown hair. I don't know what they're trying to pull on us, but it ain't working. It just ain't working. This little girl right here was left on the side of a road in front of somebody's house on a farm field. You gotta be kidding me. And the parents were in another town, dead. And the baby was left on the side of the road. And we want to find out what the murder, how did they kill these people? Was it by knife, gun?
A father, a grandmother, and a young uncle after they were discovered dead hours after she was found alone in a car seat, abandoned in a stranger's front yard. Amy Anderson is a family friend of the victims. And while she asked us not to show her face, she did agree to speak about them and the impact their deaths leave on this small town.
It's tragic. It's tearing everybody apart. Everybody don't know what to think. There's been rumors here and there, but I just wished everybody would slow down on the rumors and wait until stuff is actually put out there as far as the truth goes. So that
what are the rumors in Tennessee?
There's no more heartache than what already is.
What are the rumors?
She described Adriana Williams as a sweet person who loved being a mother. Her partner, Matthew Wilson, as a wonderful father who loved his little girl. And Grandma Courtney Rose as a woman who loved her children. And while now heartbroken, everyone thankful the baby is safe.
Why is it so important now for this community to really, surround this little baby with love?
Because her family was just ripped from her. Now she's...
The baby was safe. Well, I don't know what you can say is safe. The baby was found in a car seat on the side of the road in someone's yard, on a back country road. So what does that tell me? Well, it tells me that maybe the baby drove him effing nuts, and he dumped the baby. Right? He killed the parents, and he boot scoop boogies. Now, did he hijack a car? Is the car we're looking for in Arkansas these people's car? Did he hijack the car with the family in it, kill the family, dumps the family, and keeps the baby or whatever he was going to do? Or did he even know there was a baby in the car, and then he finally figures out, she starts screaming, whatever. He pulls over. Maybe. It's possible. It's possible. But this guy, James Andrew MCGANN, he might have went on a little bit of a killing spree before he started his summertime new job of teaching children. Yeah, teaching children. Get it through your head. Teaching children. Would have been surrounded by kids. Who knows? This is just sick. Just
grow up and only know her mom and dad and her other grandma just from memories. And that's devastating.
Few details have been released in the investigation. The district attorney saying the TBI is heading up the case.
Knew we were dealing with something more than just your typical homicide. So I knew that we were going to need the expertise of TBI.
But he did want to make one thing clear. He believes facts will show this is a targeted incident.
It's not something that this is just a random act that occurred. I think this is more isolated.
Yeah.
Stephanie Gray, that district attorney, also tonight not saying how those victims were killed. For your news leader, we're live in Dyer County tonight. Shay Arthur, WREG, News Channel 3.
You bet your booty they want to find out how those people were killed, if they were knifed or gunned or whatever. And it's a hop, skip, and a jump. It's a hop, skip, and a jump from Arkansas. So this bullshit, it's impossible. That happened in Tennessee. The murders in Arkansas. Yeah, what is it, a 5-hour drive, if that, to get to a 4-hour drive? I think you people better get your asses your heads out of your asses in this country. I really think so, because they're killing you one at a time. I'm sorry, but this guy was going to be a teacher. Let's look at more of this. That's similar.
WREG in Memphis. This is News Channel 3 at 4.
A breaking news update we're following this afternoon on your news leader at 4. 4 people found dead after a baby girl was found abandoned at a house in Dyer County. Thank you for joining us. I'm April Thompson.
I'm Alex Coleman. We've now learned those victims are Adriana Williams and Matthew Wilson, who were the infant's parents. Courtney Rose and 15-year-old Braden Williams. After the baby was discovered, law enforcement identified them early in their investigation, saying they wanted to speak to them, but the 4 were discovered.
Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Is it too coincidental? This dude looks like the MCGANN dude or something? I don't know. Doppelganger? Maybe. Who knows? Relations? Maybe. I don't know. He looks like it. Brown, curly, reddish brown hair. Got the same face structure and everything. I don't know. What are we dealing with here? The devil's den is what we're dealing with, right? America, the devil has shacked up in your country. And he's just tearing the shit out of it.
Hours later, about 40 minutes away in Lake County.
WREG Shay Arthur is live tonight off Old Highway 20, where that little girl was initially dropped off near Dyersburg. And Shay, we know you've done a lot of digging into this case today, talking to people there in the community. What have you learned?
April, Alex, so many emotions on this one. So many people really just left shocked. They're stunned by this news here. Essentially, first, that this child was left abandoned at a home here in this area. And you can see behind me, essentially out here in the middle of farmland. Heartbroken. Her family is now gone. So many people left with questions tonight.
Tonight, there's a community hoping for answers. What led to a little girl being dropped off outside of a stranger's home? Then 4 people, 2 of them identified as her parents, being discovered dead hours later.
They're devastated. So we're just thankful that the baby was spared. Grateful for that.
Amy Anderson is a family friend. She knew the victims, Adriana Williams.
Yeah, this is too freaky for me. This is just too freaky for me. Too disturbing. Why would somebody do something like this? What is the thing? What is the thing in Tennessee all of a sudden? Right? Tennessee, Kentucky, these areas, you know. And what's the next state over? Arkansas, I do believe. So what are we dealing with? Who the F no? Who a bunch of madmen is what the government's saying. These people ain't doing. They're not making movies. They're not doing. They're madmen. Madmen, complete madmen. And the women are just as crazy, probably. Horrible. It's just horrible. So now we got to see if there's any connection from McCann to this family. Was there any relations with this family? This guy looks like he could be the spitting brother of them, right? A cousin or something. Who knows? Why is this? Is that why? Did this guy follow that family out there? Or I don't know. I don't know. I'm just as confused as the rest of these people. This is a total different murder But why is this dude in this photo with these kids and everything look similar to the nut job that did the other murders? Hold on, let's see. There's his face. This is the guy they found dead, and this girl, this little adorable little girl here, thank God, made it, but now has no family. There's something deeper going on here. I mean, look at this dude's face. Yeah, very similar. Let's look and see. Uh-oh. New alliance. Can't and never did. Summer Wells case. Oh, that looks like Candace and Andrew Pander or whatever his name is. All right, I'm looking for that one photo. Hold on a minute. Here it is. Here it is. Look at this guy right here. Right down here with the barber thing on. Yeah, similar looking. Reddish brown hair, curly. Yeah. Yeah, is there a connection? Family? Were they twins? Or is it just the devil himself shape-shifting into people that are, I don't know. It's just too much for me. All right, so now we got a new case out there, folks, in Tennessee that they're investigating of this family here. Thank God the little girl was left on the side of the road, but that just might be it. This guy might have hijacked the car, killed the kids, or killed these two parents and took off, and the baby was still there or whatever in the car, and it started driving him crazy, and he pulls over, drops the kid off to get rid of the kid, and on his way he goes to continue his killing spree or whatever. It's possible. It's possible, and I would not throw it to the side and say it's impossible. Nothing is impossible when the devil is trying to cover his tracks. Nothing. Nothing. If you folks haven't learned nothing in the crime sector, take your channels down. Nothing is impossible when it comes to murder. They will do anything and kill as many as they have to cover up the murder. Look at Kohlberger, right underneath their nose. Wanted to be a police officer, and he was being taught by our colleges, right? He was a criminologist. How many people did he kill? And the government or this college or taught him, well, how to cover it up? Maybe. We don't know. Very disturbing. So now we got another 4 bodies in Tennessee. And now we got to see if there's any connection with any of these other bozos that have been picked up. And it's very possible they went on a crime spree before they were supposed to start their new job as a teacher. Yeah. And you're pissed at me, Congress, Senate, and government because I want to have drones, armed drones at our schools to protect our kids. You better start doing background checks on these teachers and stuff. I'm looking at another horror movie here. Right? You think your children are safe at school. It's a beautiful day. The children, the birds are chirping, but and the teacher is a psycho murderer. Yeah, I think we're going to be changing shit in America. And screw you, Texas. Get off of my ship. You ran shit long enough down there. My turn to run this ship. No, you folks have a great day. We'll be looking to see if there is any connections between this gentleman who similarly looks like James Cannon, or if McCannon had anything to do with these deaths or any other deaths between a surrounding area of 5 states, because we don't know. He could have been a serial killer. We have no idea. The whole family, that dude's McGann's whole family, if he had brothers or sisters, they could have been crazy. Boy, they got their work cut out. They really got their work cut out for them in this country. Did he belong to a church? Did he belong to any gun clubs, knife clubs? Did he belong to any gangs? Any affiliations with anybody down there in Nashville, Tennessee? Or you gotta dig deep. You gotta dig deep. A lot of work takes up a lot of manpower. A lot of manpower trying to figure all this crap out. And I got a feeling there's probably more bodies. We just haven't found them yet. You folks have a great day. God bless you all. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. And it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out something very bad is going on in America. And it might take the United States citizens to bring it all back to morals and integrity. It might take the American citizens to say, we're not doing this no more. We ain't doing this no more. We are not paying taxes. We are not doing this stuff no more when our children and families are being murdered. And it might take the American citizens to create their own force, their own protection. Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out at the polls, though, won't we? We'll find out come voting year, which it's going to take a miracle of God to get me to vote again, because I'm tired of being treated like crap. And come election year, you're king for a day, and then you're back to a scum peasant. So we're going to be doing some work in America, whether the government likes it or not. Now, you folks have a great day. Once again, stay out of my way. And have a good day. God bless you all. Keep an eye on your families. Lock your doors. Don't pick any strangers up on the side of the road. Lock your windows. And I have the feeling the madness has always been here. It's just been covered up. And now the Lord has opened up the curtains and revealed the madness. Well, we got work to do as YouTube couch potato, sleuthy, goosey, whatever they call these people. That I have no idea. I'm new to this crime stuff. But anyways, we got a lot of work to do. Was there any connections? Who did this guy and this woman know in Tennessee? Who were their friends? Who were their family members? Did they know McCann? Did they know? Were they involved in something they shouldn't have been? A lot of work to be done. You folks have a great day. God bless. I will be back later with more info on this. We got, here comes one of my little buddies. Dang it, I didn't put no, oh, there he is. He's looking for peanuts. Son of a gun, I didn't put none out there this morning. It's raining, little guy. Get inside. Hold on. No, it's raining out there. What's he doing in the rain? He's probably looking for food, but I didn't put none out there this morning. I'm sorry, little dude. I'll put some out there for you here in a minute. Poor little squirrel. All right, you folks have a great day. God bless. All glory goes to God. Thank God that little girl survived. Another. Now we got 3 kids without parents. We got the 2 in the Devil's Den murder. 2 little, a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. And now we have a little baby that has been abandoned on the side of the road. And her parents killed, and the parents' mother, who looked like to be a beautiful woman. Very beautiful woman. So let's start connecting dots. You folks have a great day. God bless. I'll be back. All glory goes to God. Thanks for another day. Look at this. Look at this. Here comes another one. I'm sorry, buddies. I didn't put them on. I'll put them out there in a minute. I'll put some peanuts out there. Oh, look at him. He's like, what's going on, Kramer? How come we're not eating? How come our peanuts are not out there? I don't know, little guy. I woke up just now and I wanted to go live because there was another murder. And a little baby left on the side of the road, you little booger. Oh, he's hungry. Now get out of my tomato plants. Don't even think about, oh, you little booger, you best stay out of there. All right, ladies and gents, I shall return with an outdoor video.